we have a sales team. How do we teach them business acumen, or how do we ground them in those business acumen skills? There's a few things that you can do. Number one is making sure that it's relevant. Are you gonna, in order to engage them, teach them principles that they know they can use in their roles? And the only way you can do that is by customizing it around the industry and the company of either the customer or the sales group that you're trying to build this foundation of business acumen with. One of the exercises we do within the program itself is we take the CEO statements in the quarterly report or the quarterly call, and we'll break that down. Is he talking about people? Is he talking about cash? Is he talking about profits? And as you look at it from that lens, you can better understand what the focus of the CEO is, the decisions that they're making, the direction that the company's going, the strategy. If you can explain to them, here's what our product can do for you, and based on what I've found on your financial statements, you can increase your profit margin from 26 to 27%, instead of, here's what my product does, I hope it helps. That's a different conversation. And you don't need to be an accountant, but you do need to understand these fundamental principles that all managers and all CEOs will use in order to make decisions within the company. And you need to understand those decisions and why they're made. And if that's the case, if you're able to do that as a salesperson, you're able to have conversations at a higher level, and you're able to negotiate at a higher level, because you're more of a consultant than a salesperson. You're providing a solution for that customer. We want to make a difference in the future careers of the participants of our program. And so the fundamentals that we teach are basic fundamentals of business, but are critical to understand in order to have those higher conversations. In our training, what we try to do is tie those strings from the principles and the levers that you can turn as a person, whether it be a salesperson or in your role, to really make an effect to the bottom line. One of the examples we use in our training program is if you could sell $100,000 more, or you could cut $100,000 in expenses, which would add more to the bottom line? It's a great question. And in order to answer that question, you need to understand profit margins. And you need to understand how to calculate that from the expense report. You need to understand expenses and how they add to the bottom line. To be able to understand that as a salesperson, and to be able to have a product that can influence that and be able to articulate that to your customer, there is no sales negotiation that needs to take place. The only way you can get there is by building that foundation of business acumen and understanding these key financial indicators that a company is using to make decisions.